Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to Rowan Church. Thanks for your support, Rowan. That said, let's get started. Despite my attempts at discretion, my recent transformation had not gone without notice. In retrospect, I suppose it shouldn't have come as a surprise. After all, my doctors and occultists had been studying the Crimson Curse for quite some time now, and it stood to reason that they would have no trouble recognizing its symptoms. To their credit, they approached the matter with far more tact and restraint than I had previously anticipated. We did hold a brief discussion about the specifics of my newfound condition, but at the end of the day, they reassured me that the Hamlet was facing much more pressing concerns. Our latest expedition to the Weald, for example, had met with heavy resistance. It would take our recruits some time to recover, but thanks to their efforts, it was now apparent that the crystalline plague that had already claimed the farmstead was now beginning to spread throughout the rest of the estate. Rowan demonstrated how the pulsing, throbbing crystals took root in even the smallest body of water, using it to somehow grow in both size and strength. He suggested that this was how the epidemic was spreading, that it had somehow tainted the waters coming from the old farmstead, running through the rivers and streams of the Weald before eventually ending up in the cove. Even worse, the crystals would also take root in anyone unfortunate enough to actually drink those tainted waters. Much as they grew in water, those crystals would also grow through flesh, slowly twisting and shaping it into something better suited to further spread the infection. This would certainly explain the increasing number of gruesome, hulking things that our expeditions had recently begun to encounter. While much of his research was still inconclusive, Rowan proposed that we might gain a greater understanding of this new plague if we were to venture to its source. Previously, we had left the farmstead alone, content to imagine that the sturdy walls my uncle had built had somehow kept the spread of those unnatural crystals in check. Now, however, it was increasingly obvious that this simply was not the case. While not as aggressive as the Blight or the Crimson Curse, this was yet another impending disaster that we simply couldn't afford to ignore. Still, given the alien and inscrutable landscape that had taken root beyond those imposing walls, it seemed best to make certain that they were properly prepared. I called upon young Dacrum to take stock of our ever-growing collection of relics and heirlooms, parting with a scant few of them to help procure the weapons and armor that they would surely need. Our fastest wagon, ample provisions, and carefully wrapped vials of the blood. Our recruits were going to need every advantage that they could get. After all, we were already fighting a war on at least 3 fronts. The last thing we needed now was to find ourselves facing one more.
Slabs etched with certain celestial designs were erected around the perimeter of the farmstead. The miller, lamentably eager for some early sign of improvement, fixed his watery eyes intently upon the wilted fields and listless mill. My gaze, however, was cast skyward, and I marveled at the limitless profanity of the stars, wondering what harvest might come.
Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon, as we once again delve into the toxic nightmare that is the farmstead. First things first, let's get Rowan taken care of. Now, obviously this isn't what I had planned for today, but it's hard to resist the lure of double crystals. That said, let's meet our unfortunate heroes. Quinn. Fox. Rowan Church. Bunny. Fair warning, I think it's been about half a year since I last set foot on the farmstead, so this should be interesting. Well, let's see how this goes. Off to a great start, I see. Alright, it's been a while, but I think we need to go after that overseer first. Let's go for a stun here.
Masterfully executed.
Okay, Quinn, tone it down. We're just getting started. Shoot, I rearranged my move list for this, and now I can't remember which one's which.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Nice.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Now for the stragglers. Let's see here.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
There's our first scarecrow. Those guys target stress. Oh, nice. Certainly can't complain about that.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Should have given Gwyn the move that lets her negate stealth.
Vigor is restored.
Oh, forgot about those things.
Another one falls. Back to the pit.
Those things explode if we ignore them. There we go. Alright, now we can kill that scarecrow.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Okay, let's lock down the horse.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
Alright, let's finish off that scarecrow and then we'll worry about the horse.
Destroyed.
Just one round left on those durations. Probably not worth using items. Yeah, he should be fine.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Thank you, Quinn. That's fine, we'll get by without you.
Executed with impunity.
That just leaves this thing. I guess we'll just have to wail on it.
A death by inches.
Lovely, almost done.
Begone, fiend.
One last heal before we jump to the next fight. Oh, that is unfortunate.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Well, maybe we can work in one more heal. Come on. Oh, guess we're done here.
Safe from the comet's maddening light. For now.
One wave down, and there's our reward. Extra crystals. Though I don't think those are affected by the special event. Alright, heroes. Rest up and get ready for round 2. I think that's all we can do for now. Let's head back in.
Time has no dominion here.
Haunting. Extra blight, extra stress. I think we can handle that. That should get us a good way towards round 3.
Another abomination, cleansed from our lands.
Yeah, halfway there already. Oh, alright, we need to prioritize that swine.
Well struck.
Dang it. Yeah, that's what you get. Good thing we brought those antidotes.
A decisive pummeling.
Can't stun the large carrion eater, so let's just go for a heal.
A momentary abatement.
Guess we could save the antidote. Yeah, Rowan can't hurt this thing anyway. Wow, not bad.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Uh-oh. Alright, let's see if we can take out that back row. Well, shoot. At least it only got half of us. Oh, that's a problem too. I actually thought that would recharge between fights, but apparently not. Well, we'll just have to improvise.
Powerful blow.
Lovely. One less thing to worry about.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
Of course.
Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Yikes, that thing is tearing Fox apart. I think we've had just about enough of you.
Decimated.
Ah, there we go.
At last, some sheltered corner of reality.
Another wave, another prize. Not much of one, but it'll have to do. Let's make sure we're ready here. I guess we could swap out Rowan's blinding burst, but we should be fine.
Anchored on solid ground once more.
Okay, back to basics. Let's do this. Maybe I should have swapped this out for something else after all. Well, too late now.
Precision and power.
I guess we could go for the stun.
Impressive. A singular strike.
I think we're actually doing okay here. Well, let's get rid of some stress. Plow horse. That'll have to be our priority target. Shoot. That's a problem. That's always followed by a stampede attack.
Inspiration and improvement.
Oh. That wasn't so bad.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Alright, Quinn. Let's move you back up.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Almost there. Let's take this thing down before it can stealth. Nice.
Eradicated. A victory. Perhaps a turning point.
Nicely done. One more wave and it's on to the miller.
Festering fear consumes the mind.
Come on, we should be done here.
A devastating blow.
Okay then. Alright, well, I was hoping we'd be in the Nexus by now, but I guess we have to hold out for one more turn.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
Nice. And there's our ride.
Battle behind, battle ahead. But for a moment, peace.
Okay, let's see if we can swap Rowan off to something more useful. Yeah, I guess that'll do. This really wasn't the event I was hoping for either, but again, we'll just have to make do. Okay, moving on.
A lifetime of pious toil. An eternity of suffering.
Well, this would have been easier if we had run into the miller's wife on the way here. I guess we'll just have to do this the hard way. We could go for a stun here. This guy only gets 2 actions a turn. No, we'll focus on offense for now. One farmhand shouldn't be a problem.
Obliterated.
Let's stay focused on the miller for now.
The ground quakes.
Come on, Fox. Okay, let's top everyone off. Thank you, Gwydden. Oof. We need to wrap this up.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
I think if we take him down, the Scarecrow should go with him.
Fitting that he find rest upon the dirt he harrowed so fruitlessly.
Huh. I remember that guy being a whole lot harder the first time I fought him. Maybe I've just been spoiled by the fanatic. Anyway, let's head home, heroes. Not bad. Not bad at all. A decent amount of crystals and a small amount of gold. Oh, looks like Bunny just hit level 5. We'll have to be careful there. I've been tiptoeing around it for a while now, but once we get too many characters at level 5 or above, we'll have to start worrying about Bandit Wolf. Alright folks, you've probably noticed, but my throat is slowly disintegrating, so let's hit the pause button for now. We'll pick up here next time, as we deal with the aftermath of the Miller's death. See you then.